Last week, I said that confidence is a byproduct of a person's identity. And a lot of people ask follow-up questions. What do you mean that confidence is a byproduct of identity? What is identity? And how is confidence a byproduct of that? So I'm going to explain what identity is. First and foremost, identity is not the same as a label. A lot of people confuse that. And the reason is because you can adopt a label as your identity, but they are ultimately two different things. So let me explain further. A label is something that is attached to you. Identity is something integrated into you. And that difference is very important in how you see yourself or how you perceive yourself. So let me go further. When you think of a label is descriptive. It is very much external. It is categorical. And I would say sometimes shallow, right? So if you perceive somebody as intelligent, you could label them as smart. If they are aesthetically looking, you could call them beautiful or handsome. By their jobs or occupation, you could call them a doctor. By their personality, an introvert. By their social values, a wife. Labels tell people what you are called, not necessarily who you are. Okay, and this is why labels can be dangerous when they are mistaken for identity, because labels can be lost, labels can be changed, labels can be removed, labels can even be challenged. So if your identity is built entirely on labels, then your sense of stability disappears the moment that label is threatened for any reason. Okay, so let me give you an example. A woman who only identifies as beautiful as her identity may collapse emotionally when she starts getting older or when she starts aging. A man who only identifies himself as successful may lose his sense of worth after a big failure. A mother who only identifies herself through motherhood may experience emptiness and a form of identity crisis when children grow up. A Christian, for example, who only identifies culturally may lose faith when challenged intellectually. Okay, so that is why adopting labels as your identity can be very much dangerous. Labels are like roles. Identity is foundation. So I've said all of this. What then is identity? Identity is the deeply internalized understanding of who you are, what you value, and where your worth comes from. And most importantly, how you see yourself consistently across situations. Are you following? So identity answers, who am I when nobody is there, nobody's clapping? Who am I when labels can be stripped off? Who am I under pressure? That is identity. Now, how do we differentiate identity from labels? I think I've explained this, but a simple test that you can also do is to ask yourself, if it can be removed from you, it is likely a label or a role or an attribute. Example, your job, relationship status, money, beauty, social status, all of these things can be removed from you, and therefore, mostly, they are simply labels. But identity remains stable. Let me explain it. A person may lose a job and still retain their sense of discipline, purpose, value, self-worth, because that is their identity. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now, this is why confidence is a byproduct of